Group 6 will present about water pollutions. We have 4 group members. First is Nur Adlin Balkis, next is Nur Aisha, also Nurul Najwa and Sarah Nur Nadira.
So firstly, let's start with the introductions of water pollutions. In Malaysia, water pollution is one of the most important global challenges. Chemical spills into deep groundwater or into lakes, streams, rivers, estuaries, and oceans are considered as water pollutions. In Malaysia, a number of human activities including industrializations, agriculture, and home garbage contribute to water contaminations. Water pollution is still a major issue in Malaysia despite numerous attempts by the government to remedy it. Basically, the water quality degradation, for instance, has gotten worse due to insufficient resources, law enforcement, public apathy, and bad management, which is, for example, of the 473 rivers that were inspected in Malaysia, which is 244, which for 52% that were judged. So let's move to the next, which is causes of water pollution in Malaysia. There are 3 causes of water pollution, which is firstly urbanizations, second is livestock in agriculture productions, and lastly is disposal of garbage into rivers. First, let's start with the urbanizations. Rapid population expansion and urbanization have raised Malaysia's water pollution level while also driving up the country's water consumption needs. One of the main concerns in Malaysia is the quality of the water and the availability of water in general. Malaysia's population is growing and urbanizing quickly, and that could be lead to water pollution level rise as a result of this growth and the resulting increase in demand for water. This element gravely degraded Malaysia's water quality, which is numerous pollution from the transportations, industrial, commercial, residents, and human sector affect the water supplies. Besides, the major health dangers emerge when water sources are contaminated. Furthermore, compared to diffuse resources like agriculture runoff, decreasing various pollutants in rivers from urban sources such as better wastewater treatment may be simpler, like delaying impact of reductions option owing to accumulations of compound in soils. Let's move to the second causes, which is livestock in agriculture productions. The improper handling of animal manure has a direct impact on groundwater quality. For instance, according to Dr. Aida Muhid, Director of the Johor Veterinary Service Department, the state has over 778 licensed livestock farms that fall into the Grade A through C category of the Malaysian Good Agriculture Practice. Besides, citizens emphasize that abattoir must treat livestock waste and wastewater before discharging it, referring to the untreated effluent as a time bomb that can result in a variety of zoonotic illness such as swine flu, bird flu, and the Nipah virus diseases. So as you can see, the picture is show that the farmer is washing the buffalo in the water, so that can causes the water pollution in the Malaysia. Last causes is disposal of garbage in the river. So basically, as we can see, is solid waste is one of the significant environmental problem in Malaysia and is significantly reducing our environment capacity to sustain life. Over 17,000 tons of waste are produced each day in Malaysia and thrown into the rivers. For example, like Kuala Lumpur needs to reduce its dependence on landfill due to its population density, and an alternative solution such as an incinerator is challenging to implement. Next, the initiative was first commissioned by the state government of Selangor to revitalize the river via the Selangor Maritime Gateway, which is SMG project. Last year, a Sungai Klang clean-up movement was carried out by the Landasan Lumayan STN's BHD and a Dutch non-profit, the Ocean Clean-up. So as you can see, the picture show that the river has been polluted by the garbage.
There is three of risks of water pollution, which is water scarcity, poor water quality, and ecological health risks. Water scarcity can be viewed as one of the risks that may occur as a result of water pollution in Malaysia. Water scarcity is a relative concept. The amount of water that can be physically accessed varies as supply and demand change. Water scarcity intensifies as demand increases or as water supply is affected by decreasing quantity or quality. There are two kinds of water scarcity, which is permanent and transitory. Desertification is a permanent water constraint, whereas water shortage are transit. Water shortage can be noticed in Klang Valley, Selangor, Malaysia, where citizens demand a solution to the water shortage situation. After 4 water treatment plants along Sungai Selangor briefly ceased operation early this morning due to the odor pollution, several locations in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur face water supplies outage and poor water pressure. Water shortage can jeopardize the residents of the affected area daily activities. Local people, personal hygiene, for example, will suffer because they must use water with caution. Next is poor water quality risk. Water quality refers to the state of water including its chemical, physical and biological qualities as well as its sustainability for specific use, for instance drinking or swimming. Water quality is determined by various elements including dissolved oxygen content, bacterial levels, salt, and the amount of particles suspended in the water. To determine water quality, certain bodies of water analyze the quantity of tiny algae as well as the level of pesticide, herbicides, heavy metal and other contaminants. Water contamination makes it difficult for us to obtain safe drinking water. Not only that, but having poor water quality puts us at risk when we can utilize untreated water. For instance, chemical waste pollution in Serdang that was believed to be a palm oil chemical is being a cause of poor water quality. The river has been contaminated by irresponsible parties. Fortunately, there are no water treatment facilities in the Serdang River, thus the filthy water only impact aquatic life at that time. Most industry put profit above everything else, which has been severe influence on the environment. The environment must be protected because it is also a source of profit for them. Besides water scarcity and poor water quality risk, another worst risk that could happen is ecological health risk. Ecological health risks include ecosystem damage, loss of biodiversity, and loss of recreational opportunities. Ecosystems get harmed when organisms within the system are lost, habitat is destroyed, and or the food web is disrupted. Since all species live in complex interconnected structure with interdependent links, the loss of modifications of one species or abiotic elements has a negative impact on others in the ecosystem. The amount of genes, species, individual creatures within a given species and biological communities within a defined geographic area, ranging from the smaller ecosystem to the global biosphere, is referred to as biodiversity. Next, pollutants like chemicals, heavy metals, and fertilizer can alter the equilibrium of aquatic flora and fauna, causing species decrease or extinction. Water pollution may lead to aquatic biodiversity loss by harming fish population and other aquatic species and interrupting the food chain. Furthermore, certain pollutants can accumulate in the tissue of species as they move up the food chain, reaching larger amounts in predators and endangering both wildlife and human.
Now, I will present about effect of water pollution. There is three effect of water pollution, which is health effects, environmental effects, and economic effects. Firstly is health effects. Health is an important aspect of life and not everyone can ignore it. It is because when healthy, the body can function well and allow us to do our daily activity more easily without any illness. As we already know, water is an important resource for every life, be it human or animals. Water also helps us to stay healthy and fit. If the water that is often the source of our life is affected, it will definitely have a bad impact on our health. However, in Malaysia, we can see that this issue of water pollution has a lot of negative effect on the surrounding populations. Water populations in Malaysia has numerous health effects on the populations because contamination of water sources with harmful substances such as industrial waste, pesticide, and sewage has caused very health problems. For example, it can cause cancer, affect the endocrine system, damage certain internal organ, and have other health effects. Furthermore, as we know in Malaysia, this problem of water pollution have often occurs. One of the cases that has become the talk of the town and still unforgettable case in is the pollution of Sungai Kim Kim. Pollution in Sungai Kim Kim in 2019 harmed the health of many local residents and resulted in several to seek medical treatments. For example, from the article news, it stated that 30 individuals, including active students, were hospitalized after being exposed to dangerous gas from chemical waste unlawfully thrown into a river in Johor Bahru. This shows that the water pollution is important to prevent because it can affect our health. Next is environmental effects. Water pollution is a very important environmental issue that should be taken seriously. This is because it can have a negative impact on every life, including aquatic life and other that depend on the water resources in Malaysia. Water pollution in Malaysia is often associated with several activities. Among them are industrial activity, agriculture, and untreated sewage. The effect of water pollution on the environment are many, including the destruction of aquatic habitats, the death of aquatic life, and so on. One of the environmental effects because of water pollution in Malaysia is the death of aquatic life. Pollution of river, water bodies, and others can cause the death of fish and aquatic life. Water pollution is produced by harmful elements in its compositions, causing the water to be poisonous and unsuitable for human and animal consumption. For example, we can look at cases of pollution that occurred around river in Klang and Johor. According to the news that has been studied, they stated that thousands of fish carcasses were found floating and stranded around Sungai Puloh, Sungai Cek Wang, and Sungai Kelamat in Klang. They also stated that the death of the aquatic life was likely caused by the overflowing effect of water shower during the process of extinguishing the fire at the port of Klang, which occurs and caused chemical to flow into the sea. Among other example of cases is the case of Sungai Kim Kim pollution resulting from the disposal of chemical waste. Through readings from the news articles, they stated that small fish, fish, and other river creatures, including lizards, die as a result of these pollutions. This shows that these pollutions contribute to the adverse effect on the environment in that area. Lastly is economic effects. The economy is one of the things that is very important to all parties, as well as to the people of the country. This is because with a stable economy, it is able to provide many benefits to all parties. Is, however, in Malaysia, we can see that the problem of water pollution has caused some negative effect on the economies. The economic impact of water pollution can be seen in several categories. Among them, it can affect industry that depend on clean water for their operations. For example, pollution can cause the closure of the fishing sector, the death of livestock, and others. This can cause huge revenue losses for fishermen and other primary producers. This can be seen through a case that happened in village in Bayan Lepas, Penang. Based on the Berita Harian website that was studied, they stated that about 2,000 coastal fishermen in Kampung Permatang Tepi Laut, their livelihoods were affected by river pollution. Not only that, the fishermen involved claimed that the problem was caused by the action of residents and owners of business premises around the area who threw garbage, including trash, into the river. As a result, produce such as fish, shrimp, clams, and snail, which are the main source of fishermen catch, are now treated with extensions and reduced. Also, it affected income up to 50% every time they go to the sea. This shows that this is true that the water pollution affect the economy of surrounding populations. If this is still the case, they will certainly contribute to the percentage of fishermen losing their jobs and affecting the life of fishermen.
So next I'm gonna explain the solutions to prevent water pollution. So there are three solutions. The first one is plastic waste reductions, the second one is wastewater treatment, and the third one is technological innovation. In order to stop water pollution and save aquatic habitats, plastic waste must be reduced. One major cause of environmental pollution, which includes contaminating water bodies, is plastics, particularly single-use plastics. Water bodies, ecosystem, and human health are all greatly impacted by plastic waste. The usual entry of plastics into the ocean and other bodies of water only serve to lower quality of the water. An estimated 9 to 12 million tons of plastics are washed into the ocean annually. These amounts need to be drastically decreased to prevent future degradation of ocean's water quality. It is recommended to reduce the usage of single-use plastics in our daily life. The next solution is wastewater treatment. So the process of eliminating impurities from water used for residential, commercial, industrial, or municipal purposes is known as wastewater treatment. Wastewater is not acceptable for direct release into natural water bodies since it usually contains a variety of pollutants, including chemicals, pathogens, and organic and also inorganic compounds. The main objective of wastewater treatment are reducing pollutants in the environment, safeguarding the safe release of treated water back into the environment, and also allowing it to be reused. The last solution is technology innovation. Water contamination can be avoided by developing and implementing a number of technological improvements that are being explored globally. These innovations in technology are meant to clean contaminated water, monitor its quality, and take preventative actions. By offering early detection, effective water, and sustainable management of water resources, the application of these technology advancements, often in combination, can considerably help reduce water pollution. When implementing these technologies, it is critical to take into account the specific conditions and difficulties of each area. Water contamination can be effectively reduced and made safe for human consumption with the help of modern technology. In order to lessen water pollution and provide safe water for drinking, agriculture, and recreational purpose, a number of technologies have been created.
As a conclusion, water pollution is a serious problem that needs to be taken seriously by all parties. This is because water pollution has negative on various parties such as human health, the environment, and the economies. Not only that, the problem of water pollution in Malaysia also often occurs as a result of several factors such as urbanization, livestock in agriculture production, and disposal of garbage in rivers. Based on this study, this water pollution can also bring various risks such as water shortage, poor water quality, and others. They show that the issue of environmental pollution should be made the main issue and get a best solutions. If not, water pollution issues such as in Sungai Kim Kim, Sungai Klang, and so on will be repeated. As we can see, this issue not only affect the country but it also affect the global levels. Therefore, all parties should work together in taking proactive measures because in the United States, an act has been introduced to address the country plastic waste crisis and increase the competitiveness of the US recycling industry. If Malaysia also does the same, surely this problem can be overcome. Not only that, waste reduction, wastewater treatments are also some other measures that can be carried out in curbing these water pollution problems. Otherwise, the issue cannot be resolved. That's all from us. Thank you.